So in Aurabella's adventures, what happened and why did I take her to the vet as fast as I could? Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond, Get to Know African Gray and Cape Parrots, Feathered Splendor, and my new book that I'm working on is 30 Perfect Apartment Parrots. This is Aurabella. She is an umbrella. And in case you have a parrot, my mission is to help increase your blissful bond, decreasing the need for rehoming and rescues. Now, Aurabella is new to us. My fella brought her home about 2 months ago, and she has been doing great. However, 2 nights ago, I was carrying her upstairs so that we could hang out with just her while we were watching TV. And while I was carrying her upstairs, she was about that close. I mean, she was on my arm, but I could hear her, and I could hear the slightest wheezing. I heard it 3 times, and it's just a little whistle within her breathing, and that was enough for me to start to lightly panic. Not a real panic, but a light panic. Why is that enough for me to have a light panic? Because parrots have, I think, incredible respiratory systems to spare. Their air sacs are all over their body. There's some in their heads, there's some in there's like 9. And in part, I understand this is so that they can fly well. But because they are used to living in trees and because they fly in this super clean air up above in the sky, they're really sensitive and they're kind of really used to super clean air. That means that when they do have a respiratory problem, that can be a really big issue. I'm like, I can't believe she's giving you her back. Let's see if we can switch that some. So, I have had avian veterinarians tell me that when a parrot gets a respiratory issue, one of the problems is by the time their person figures it out, it's often too late. So I know, and irreversible. So I know that this is an issue. I also knew that one time my yellow-naped Amazon Lorenza was wheezing, and when I told the vet at our appointment that she was wheezing, the vet looked at me like that, like I really got her attention. I could tell that that was an issue. And because it was so early, and you know, thank goodness I was able to catch it because the vet wasn't hearing it until she put her stethoscope on, because you know, most people aren't like this close up to a parrot's beak, right? Listening. But because I caught it, the vet certainly heard it, medicated her, problem solved. So it's something you really want to catch in time. It can be really, really serious. And so I called the clinic the first minute they opened. I actually called before they opened and left a message and said, you know, my parrot's wheezing. Do you guys have an opening today? And I think that because, you know, I think because I'm a good client, because I go more often than I'd like to admit. So, you know, because I have over 22 species of parrots. So they did give me an appointment for the same day, thank goodness. And surely enough, I took Aurabella in. Now, in the video, the short clip, Aurabella is just having her heart listened to, or her breathing, sorry. And the vet actually said, you know, actually she sounds good. And she said sometimes wheezing can be from liquid in the mouth. So they looked in her mouth and, you know, the vet was like, we're going to do a culture just to make sure there is a little liquid in the mouth. It could be an infection or not. My vet's very good at not freaking people out. So now I'm going to wait for the results, but I'm so glad I took her. My vet's like, you know, she looks really good. Her weight's good. We were like, we're worried she doesn't eat very much. This was the best thing to learn about cockatoos ever. And my vet says, you know, cockatoos don't need a lot of calories. They don't eat a lot. And we're like, well, you don't understand. She doesn't eat. She doesn't eat a lot. And my vet's like, well, what do you feed her? And we're like, well, she clearly came from a home where she got human food, because I've caught her eating a few pellets. I could probably count them. But in all fairness, I'm not with her all the time. So I'm really thrilled. I have seen her eating some pellets, but she loves eggs. She loves human food. And, you know, that includes some veggies. So my vet's like, that's a perfect diet for her. She's fine. And she just doesn't eat much, which shocks me because she is our third largest parrot and she is 500 grams. And my vet's like, they're just not like Amazons who eat a lot more. Really good to know if you have cockatoos. So my first question to my vet is that true for the pink girls too? Because my pink cockatoos are also cockatoos. And she said, yes, it applies to them as well. Now with them, I don't know, I see, because they are ground feeders, they like to get down and eat tubulars, which means things like carrots and potatoes, and grass seeds. I know that grass seeds are part of their natural diet, so I do give those girls some parakeet seeds. Oh, and we told our vet that this girl, she'll eat some cashews, but she doesn't even really eat seeds or nuts. I mean, maybe a little, but not a lot. And my vet's like, perfect. So the pink girls, we do give them some parakeet seeds. I don't do it every day. Like I might put some in their cage that I think will last more than a day, along with the pellets and fresh vegetables. But if it doesn't last 2 days or 3 days, that's okay. They've got the pellets. I like for it to balance, and I like to feel like they're getting a good balanced diet. That's super, super important to me. So my pink girls, they weren't like, we didn't feel like they weren't eating. And because I felt like Aurabella wasn't eating a lot, I was weighing her and weighing her and weighing her. Having a gram scale when you have a parrot is a very helpful tool, because I was noticing that she wasn't losing weight. So I was like, okay, she's not eating, but she's not losing weight. And her demeanor seems the same. Like it doesn't seem like anything's wrong. So waiting back to hear back from the culture, but she seems to be doing well, and my pink girls are doing well. Now, someone did ask how Bella has integrated into the flock, because that was something I was kind of curious about, how she was going to do. Bella is, on the one hand, a little timid. She's not aggressive. On the other hand, she never gets into trouble. Like I never see her provoking a bird or being provoked by a bird. She kind of does a really good job of sort of staying in the background and just not stirring the boat kind of thing. So how is she integrating? Actually, really well. When she's out, she's fine. I can't let her out a lot. I have to really keep my eye on her, because she goes and she eats wood, like the wooden banister. I mean, what am I going to do, right? The baseboards, the cabinets. So she is a typical cockatoo that way. And it's kind of amazing to me. I have Cape Parrots, a macaw, golden conure, and they all have really big beaks, and their beaks are larger than the cockatoo's beaks. And yet the cockatoos, man, they go through wood. Like I would have expected them to have a bigger beak that they needed to keep, continuously be chewing on wood. And they do need to continuously be chewing on wood, but their beaks aren't as big. So Bella, she's doing great. She actually is housed with our Major Mitchell Diva, which we really like, because that means they can keep each other company. So they are doing really great. And so when you need to go to the vet, I think it's really important to go. I haven't been worried anymore. I would have worried because I've heard her wheeze again. But I already know it's being addressed. So big difference. When you need to go to the vet, it's so nice to have one close by. It's really, I don't know what you do if you don't have a vet within driving distance. And my vet, she's so awesome that I always go into when I'm in the waiting room, I'm just talking to everybody. What kind of bird do you have? Oh, what is that? Oh, because I'm excited. My daughter's like, you have birds at home. What are you talking to these people for? And talking to one of the people that were there, she had 3 macaws. Oh my God. A Catalina, a green wing, and a blue and gold. And she let me hold the blue and gold. Well, I was going to try to hold the blue and gold. The blue and gold was like, hello, I don't know you. I was like, it's okay, I understand. But she was with a friend of hers who owns, I believe, All Things Birds in Tampa. And I was really amazed. She's like, Dr. Club's the best, so I drive all the way over here. She's like, we bring a lot of birds. And they had several birds because she's like, when we come, you know, we take advantage and we bring several birds. So that was really cool and really fun. I love seeing birds in the, you know, in the room, see what else, what other kind of birds people have, that kind of thing. All right, if you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If not, please give me one of these. If you want some awesome parrot merch, like my Bird Mom tee, make sure to check the link below so that you know to go to shop.parrotbliss.com. And then we will catch you in the next silent film. She's been so quiet. Oh, now she's saying something. Hi, sweetie pie. What a gem. Love her.